Hi folks, I don't know if this will be interesting to you, but I thought I'd give you a full breakdown of the materials and what it cost me to build this greenhouse. Now I'll go through some things first which I got free, which were recycled. All the aluminium, what I built the frame around with the base, were all stuff that I'd recycled. All the concrete board were all recycled, and the skin is recycled, yeah? So basic costs here I'm talking about is just the frame and the paint, the screws and stuff like that, you know. I'll just go through amount of materials that I used, as in the timber. The 60 by 60 millimeter or 6 by 6 centimeter posts, I had 18 linear meters. The 2 by 1 roof flat, all this stuff, what I made T's out of and L's, which in theory is stronger because it's deeper. I've got a deeper set than the 60 by 60, so it's a strong construction. It's cheaper than a 60 by 60. I used 40 linear meters of that. Now I've only got 3 sides on this, so if you were to build another side like this, then obviously there'd be more material involved because I've got the garage on this side. And this is 100 by 28 or 100 by 30, which is the roof purling, which I had to buy a 2.5 metre. They didn't do a 2 metre, but it's just under 2 metre due to the overhang under this, overhang, yeah. Now the cost of that, the entire wood, now I'm in Switzerland so stuff's quite expensive, but the cost of that total, including the paint, works out 168 francs, which is about $168 US. I'm not sure what it is in pounds, probably about £140. Now, I looked at a greenhouse which was as big as this, you know, a tunnel, zip up doors. After watching Ryan's last night, I was thinking about costs and stuff, you know, and that came to 200 francs. Obviously you got a skin with it, but the frames, and I've got a friend in Germany who's had 2 of these, and he's had problems with frames and the actual seams where they seam it, where it comes around the front with the zips, and at the back with well, no zips. We had problems with that, so this at that stage cost me 170 francs. The screws I've put into it I already had, but you could add that to cost. If you want to put 10 francs worth of screws, there's not 10 francs worth of screws in it. A bit of glue. These vents I had, them pieces of perspex, the original piece that I cut it in, cost me 15 francs a couple of years ago. I've reused them from that project, so if you want to add that pricing, you could add that pricing. So you could, alright, call that 25 francs, so I'm up at 190 francs. The skin, as I said, were free. But the beauty of this is, this frame won't fail like the cheap tunnel what we're going to buy. Any part of this frame that does fail, I can replace. I can make a new piece. That's not a problem. It'll cost me less than 3 francs to rebuild that, you know. Whereas I can't get a replacement for a polytunnel, or I don't think I can. Or if I can, will it only cost me 5 francs? And can I go to a local hardware store to get it? Will I have to order it online? You know what I'm saying? Whereas that, I can replace anything, any part of this I could take out and replace. Other costs that I've added to it, obviously, that's window vent openers. I didn't have window vent openers in the polytunnel, so I can't add that to it in reality, because I could have just put some flaps in with mesh, cut holes in and put some mesh on, you know, like, or just cut holes in it and made them into flaps. And watering system I've added to it, obviously that don't come with a polytunnel anyway, so you know, I'm up at still under 200, and this is a lot stronger. I can hang from this roof, that's not a problem. I have hung from it. Like I say, only other thing, you would have to put a back wall in. I'll show you. Just turn this round. So you'd basically have just these 2 struts and this bottom frame. You could say that's an extra 4 pieces in that bottom frame, extra 2 there, extra 4 there, so that's 8 pieces. So that would take you up to 50 linear meters. I'm calling it 50 linear meters because it works out a bit less, but I've put some pieces on outside where I turned the roof over, and there's a few extra bits on outside holding the corners, you know, but I ripped a lot of it down down centre like that. So I'm getting 2 pieces out of one. What would I do different? Not a lot really. I did think about when I built these. I did think it might have been better if I'd have done an L section, because I could have probably put a different sort of window frame in, but that window worked perfect. All them are all bird mouthed in, and what I'll do is I'm going to put all these build video into a playlist, and I'll add that to the end of this video so you can see it. If you're new here and you want to look at that, then you can go through videos as I built this. But there's not a lot of different I would do. I bird mouth these out after I'd put these together. Yeah, that would probably be my only mistake. I should have bird mouthed them out and then put that on there, because it just made it difficult to cut this, you know, to cut it out, because you've got a step on that side and a step at that side. It didn't matter with them because I can cut it from flat side, which is behind. That's an L section, that's a T section, yeah. But it's very strong, I can say that. I'm pleased with it. Reason I did it like I've done it, you can see I've got 3 different levels here. Got that level, which reason I went up that high, because that is the height of one concrete board from where I could bring my base in flat, and I just had one concrete board high. I'll show you on the outside. This is what I was saying about concrete board. I made that aluminium that size because that concrete board was that size, so I could run my base on flat. I mean, obviously if you're building one, you might have got a flat space. Nothing's flat on this garden, so I had to, you know, work at it how I were gonna, or look at it how I were gonna work it. And other side is deeper, but it's only as deep as, and I'll show you that as well. See, other side, I went up 2 boards, not 2 full boards, but that was width of that. It was still a little bit lower than yeah, come out of the way, bugger. It was still a bit lower than that, but it didn't really matter, you know. It covered me. And like I said, there were some extra bits I've put on outside. It is screwed. I did staple it on at first just to so I could screw it. But I've got that one of them on the other side. There's a couple there. I might have to still add some more, but we'll see how we go. But I'm pleased with it. It's, I'm happy that I bought that I made that and took time to do it, than just buy the polytunnel, because I don't know even where I'd have put polytunnel, and I would still have to build a base for it. If I'd even have to put it over there, you know what I mean? It wouldn't have gone there, or it might have, but then I'd have a problem with whatever behind one side on garage. Look at that for asparagus. I'm hoping that's going to give me some shade in summer, because I say I might have to put some more vents in. What I was saying, if I were to put some extra vents on it, I'll just put some inch flaps here that go from top to bottom probably, or I might even just put them halfway up so you get some airflow. I've put my water pipe in through here, but I can extend that and move it around, that's not a problem. And well, then I can just I can flap it open. It'd be nice if I could have them automatic as well somehow, but I'd have to think about how I'm going to do that. But yeah, I left the plastic hanging over as well. That was something else that I thought, well, if water's running off, it's not running under and into wood, so plastic runs off. And then obviously that comes across their level, then I had to step it up because of that bed. And then this side I've got a drop off, so I had to go 2 concrete board highs. It's not quite 2 concrete boards, but I had to come in at a level. And the reason I went at that level is because the frames I had were already that size. The aluminium, they were together, so I just like put ends on it and then pulled all other pieces off because they were a shelving unit. I'll show you one of them as well. The other side I made is that deep because these were joined together with these, yeah. And all I did was put ends on them first, put supports in them, and then take them off, and that brought me up a little bit higher. Not quite as high as that bed, but as near as I could, without giving myself more hassle, because these were nice, straight and perfect, you know. And the other thing about how this is made, you could make it up in sections, alright, and extend it. You could go as long as you want. So this roof's solid, that's solid. you could go as long as you wanted to if you made it up in 2 metre sections. That's not quite 2 metres from there to there, it's 2 metres from that corner to back at garage, because I've obviously got this overhang here, but it would have worked out in 2 metre lengths. You could do it in 3 metre lengths depending on how much space you've got. Actually manufacture it, go and put it up on wherever your site is. Again, like I said, with these roof pieces, I made all these up and then cut them, pre-cut them, and then just put it up. I put it up all of myself, bad neck and all, you know what I mean? That could have been bird necked in, bird mouthed in, but I didn't. It's screwed up solid in there from under and over. All screw holes, incidentally, on top I've filled with waterproof sealant, so you know it's solid. I'm sure this will last a long time. And I say, anything that does fail or is prone to one thing I would say is what I could have done different, or what I maybe should have done different with this bottom here, because I know I'm going to catch water in here on this piece here, but I'll see how it goes. I can always seal all along the bottom of there again. I have put some sealant on, but I'll clean it off and reseal it, because it's going to move. But I might put a big bead on, you know, because all I did was put a thin bead on and rub it in. But if I put a big bead on that, and I've got to fill them, I've got to do them screw holes as well. But if I put a big bead on that, or I could even cut some more of this at an angle on table saw and put pieces in the wood in, so that it just brings it off that area, you know. But I'll see how it goes this year. I mean, in general, I'm really pleased with how it turned out. As I say, all the joints, I did all lap joints on it. Again, it's all strong construction. These are lap jointed in, you know. So it's holding itself together. When I had a bit of a scare when I was putting roof pieces in, and it weren't even screwed together. It were only held in with the bird mouths, and I grabbed top of it, and it still didn't come down. It stood up, you know what I'm saying? So it weren't screwed to the bottom for a cert. So I'm, you know, quite pleased. Oh, look.
Locked in here.
Don't lock me in.
I'm not gonna lock it.
Look at that. House tomatoes.
Trapped.
Oh yeah.
We're trapped.
Oh, we trapped. Oh no. Trapped.
Should I lock it?
26.
I shouldn't lock that.
One thing I will say is I made door too big. It rained last night. I left door open and it rained, and it swelled door, so it won't shut quite properly. But that's just something I'll have to fix.
I can touch the roof.
Almost.